If you attempt to construct a multi-asset statistical arbitrage basket using the standard Engle-Granger method, you are engineering a ticking time bomb. Bivariate cointegration creates a fatal illusion of safety. The moment you introduce a third or fourth asset, the mathematical geometry collapses. Your portfolio will silently accumulate compounding statistical errors until the spread diverges violently, liquidating your entire margin. Welcome to the Omnicast network. Today, we architect the Johansen test, but first, we must dissect the mathematical failure of Engle-Granger in n-dimensional space. Let us examine the foundational two-step Engle-Granger framework. We begin with a simple bivariate system containing two non-stationary asset price paths. The algorithm attempts to find a linear combination of these two time series that produces a stationary residual. We execute an ordinary least squares regression, forcing y of t to be the dependent variable, predicted by beta times x of t. If the resulting residual spread, epsilon, passes the augmented Dickey-Fuller test, the pair is deemed cointegrated and safe to trade. In a strictly isolated, two-dimensional vacuum, this mathematics functions perfectly. The spread oscillates reliably around a zero mean. But institutional quant portfolios do not trade isolated pairs. We trade dense, interconnected baskets. Let us expand our universe to three assets. Immediately, the Engle-Granger architecture encounters a fatal limitation, asymmetric order dependency. The math forces us to arbitrarily choose one asset as the dependent variable. Regressing y on x and z yields a completely different vector than regressing x on y and z. These conflicting regressions generate entirely incongruent statistical properties. There is no mathematical consensus on the true spread. Furthermore, in an n-dimensional space, there can mathematically exist up to n-1 distinct cointegrating vectors. Engle-Granger is structurally blind to this matrix topology. It can only ever identify a single, potentially suboptimal vector, discarding the true multidimensional equilibrium. To prevent catastrophic spread divergence in multi-asset portfolios, we must abandon simple OLS and upgrade to a vector autoregression framework. To mathematically eliminate asymmetric order dependency, we must abandon the concept of dependent and independent variables entirely. We upgrade our quantitative architecture to a vector autoregression, or VR model. In a VR system, every single asset in the portfolio is treated symmetrically as an endogenous variable. Instead of a scalar equation, we define the entire state of the market as an n-dimensional column vector, y of t. The current state vector is modeled as a linear combination of its own past lags, mapped through an n by n coefficient matrix. Let us explicitly construct a first-order VR system for our three-asset basket, y, x, and z. Observe the expanded matrix equation. The true power lies within the coefficient matrix, A. The future price of asset y is no longer just a function of its own history. It is simultaneously driven by the lagged states of x and z. The off-diagonal elements in this matrix dynamically capture the true cross-asset dependencies, completely mapping the multidimensional geometry of the portfolio. We can seamlessly deploy this system in Python using the stats model's vector autoregression engine. We feed our multi-asset tensor into the model, and utilize the Akaika information criterion to mathematically solve for the optimal lag length, p. The VR architecture elegantly captures our cross-asset correlations. However, deploying this raw model on live limit order books harbors a catastrophic flaw. Raw asset prices are integrated time series, meaning they contain a unit root and drift non-stationarily. Running a standard autoregression on non-stationary levels mathematically guarantees spurious regression. The OLS engine will hallucinate massive R-squared values and structural dependencies that are entirely fabricated by integrated noise. To force stationarity, we must take the first difference of the price vectors. But modeling only the differences permanently destroys the long-term cointegrating equilibrium. We are trapped. We need mathematical stationarity, but we must preserve the historical memory of the spread. To survive, we must transform the VAR into a vector error correction model, isolating the deadly pi matrix. To mathematically resolve the vector error correction model and survive, we must dissect the internal anatomy of the deadly pi matrix. The pi matrix is the absolute anchor of our system. It contains the complete long-term cointegrating equilibrium of the n-dimensional portfolio. According to the Granger representation theorem, if the system is truly cointegrated, the pi matrix has a reduced rank, defined as R. This powerful property allows us to mathematically factorize the matrix into the product of two distinct, highly specialized matrices, alpha and beta. Beta is the matrix of cointegrating vectors. These are the exact optimal hedge ratios required to map our synthetic stationary portfolio. Alpha represents the speed of adjustment. It dictates exactly how aggressively the assets snap back to equilibrium after a structural shock. But how does the algorithm computationally extract these hidden, unobservable matrices from raw, chaotic market noise? Søren Johansen elegantly reduced this problem to a canonical correlation analysis, culminating in a generalized eigenvalue problem. By regressing the asset differences against their own lagged levels, we extract the residual covariance matrices, S00, S11, and S01. We then construct and solve for the roots of the characteristic polynomial. The resulting scalar roots, lambda, are the eigenvalues. They precisely quantify the absolute strength of each potential cointegrating relationship. The corresponding eigenvectors mathematically form the exact rows of our beta matrix. Let us architect the Python implementation. We deploy the SciPy linear algebra solver to extract these vectors directly from the covariance arrays. The execution engine sorts the eigenvalues in descending order, prioritizing the strongest structural relationships. The mathematics execute flawlessly. But here lies the next catastrophic trap for quantitative engineers. Eigenvalues are mathematically continuous parameters. An eigenvalue of 0.02 might look weak, but is it structurally invalid? The algorithm does not inherently know which eigenvalues represent true structural stationarity versus pure statistical noise. If your engine blindly trades all extracted vectors, you will deploy institutional capital into spurious, non-reverting noise. To survive live markets, we cannot guess. We must construct a rigorous statistical threshold to mathematically separate the signal from the noise. To mathematically eliminate spurious eigenvectors and survive the continuous parameter trap, we must deploy the Johansen test statistics. We do not guess threshold cutoffs. We rigorously evaluate the raw eigenvalues using two distinct likelihood ratio tests. First is the trace statistic. It evaluates the null hypothesis that there are at most cointegrating vectors present in our market system. It mathematically aggregates the strength of the system by summing the logarithmic transformations of all remaining, supposedly insignificant eigenvalues. Conversely, the maximum eigenvalue statistic conducts a highly localized and targeted test. It tests the null hypothesis of exactly our vectors against the strict alternative of our +1 vectors, isolating only the single largest remaining eigenvalue. If either generated statistic strictly exceeds the asymptotic critical values derived from simulated Brownian motion, we reject the null hypothesis and increment our rank. Let us translate this rigorous theoretical framework into production-grade Python code. We bypass manual matrix algebra and import the cointegration function directly from the stats model's Vector Autoregression library. The function returns an object containing the trace statistics, maximum eigenvalue statistics, and their corresponding critical value matrices. We construct a deterministic sequential loop, systematically comparing our generated test statistics against the strict 95% confidence interval. The loop dynamically increments until it mathematically fails to reject the null hypothesis, definitively revealing the true cointegration rank of the portfolio. The algorithm executes perfectly. It proves that our 5-asset basket possesses exactly two true, stationary cointegrating relationships. But here lies the fundamental disconnect between pure statistical theory and live quantitative execution. Statistical rank is not a tradable financial instrument. Knowing that two stationary vectors exist tells your execution engine absolutely nothing. How much capital do we allocate to the first asset? Do we short the third? What are the precise, normalized hedge ratios? If you blindly deploy capital using raw, unscaled eigenvectors, your synthetic spread will decouple instantly. We must engineer the structural portfolio weights. To solve the allocation bottleneck and physically trade the statistical rank, we must extract the principal cointegrating eigenvector. Raw eigenvectors returned by the Johansen test are strictly scale-invariant. They represent a mathematical direction in hyperspace, not a financial allocation. Because they can be multiplied by any arbitrary scalar and remain valid, we must mathematically anchor them to reality. We first isolate the eigenvector corresponding to the maximum eigenvalue. This vector maps the single strongest stationary relationship in the system. To convert this theoretical vector into a tradable portfolio, we divide the entire matrix by its first coefficient. This normalization protocol mathematically forces the weight of our primary target asset to exactly 1.0. Observe the structural transformation. A raw mathematical direction is now an actionable capital allocation matrix. A coefficient of positive 1.0 dictates a long position of 1 unit. A coefficient of negative 2.0 demands a synchronized short position of exactly 2 units to maintain the structural hedge. Let us engineer the portfolio construction execution logic in Python. We dynamically extract the first column of the sorted eigenvector array, apply the normalization scalar, and execute a dot product against the pricing tensor. The resulting one-dimensional array is our tradable cointegrated spread, mathematically guaranteed to oscillate predictably around a stationary equilibrium. Our execution engine can now deploy capital with absolute certainty. But only in low-dimensional, sterile environments. In a live quantitative fund, we do not trade isolated 5-asset baskets. We scan massive interconnected universes of hundreds or thousands of equities. As we drastically scale the dimensionality of the system, the sample covariance matrices become dangerously rank deficient. The determinant of the S00 matrix mathematically approaches 0, rendering the matrix entirely singular and non-invertible. When the execution engine attempts the canonical correlation analysis, the matrix inversion fails, triggering a fatal linear algebra exception and paralyzing the fund. To conquer the curse of dimensionality and invert a singular matrix, we must surgically alter its internal eigenvalue geometry. We deploy matrix regularization, specifically leveraging Ledoit-Wolf linear shrinkage. The raw sample covariance matrix contains extreme, unstable eigenvalues because the asset count far exceeds our temporal observations. We construct a mathematically perfect, well-conditioned target matrix, such as the identity matrix scaled by the average sample variance. We then execute a convex combination. We shrink the unstable sample matrix towards the structured target using a dynamically calculated intensity parameter, delta. Delta systematically pulls the near-zero eigenvalues away from the singularity threshold, forcing the matrix to become strictly positive definite. The matrix is now mathematically guaranteed to be invertible. The linear algebra crash is permanently bypassed. Let us engineer the regularization wrapper in Python. We must intercept the residual covariance matrices before they enter the Johansen solver. We utilize the scikit-learn Ledoit-Wolf estimator to dynamically compute the optimal shrinkage intensity and apply it to our matrices. We pass the regularized, strictly positive definite matrices into the SciPy solver, effortlessly extracting cointegrating vectors for thousands of assets. Your architecture is now mathematically invincible at institutional scale. You deploy the algorithm. And within days, your fund bleeds to zero. You have fallen into the ultimate quantitative trap, the illusion of frictionless mean reversion. The Johansen test proves structural stationarity, but it knows absolutely nothing about market microstructure, bid-ask spread, or execution latency. If your theoretical spread reverting profit is 5 cents, but crossing the order book costs 6 cents in slippage, you are simply donating capital to market makers. Stationarity without execution dynamics is mathematical suicide. You must model the microstructure. Thank you for joining this masterclass. If you want to survive the algorithmic trenches and master limit order book dynamics, subscribe to the Omnicast network, like this video, and stay rigorous.